Picture this scenario. It's late. You are sitting at your desk. Your notebook is open, the page is blank, and your pen is resting in your hand. You know you need to study. You know you need to practice your English. Your logical mind is screaming, "Do the work!" But your body? Your body refuses to move. You pick up your phone instead. You feel guilty, heavy, and tired. Why does this happen? Why do we have sudden bursts of energy one day and total burnout the next? Is it laziness? No, it's actually a matter of fuel. Today, we are going to fix your engine. Today, we are going to dive deep into the psychology of why we do what we do. We are exploring the groundbreaking concepts from a book called Drive by Daniel Pink. Now, you don't need to read the whole book because I'm going to break down the entire philosophy and apply it specifically to your journey in learning English. For a long time, society has looked at motivation the wrong way. We tend to view human beings like donkeys. The old belief is that if you want a donkey to move, you dangle a carrot in front of it. That's the reward. Or you hit it with a stick. That's the punishment. This system, known as the carrot and stick, relies on rewards and fear. If you finish your homework, you get candy. If you don't study, you fail the test. If you learn English, you get a promotion. Here is the shocking truth that Daniel Pink reveals. This system actually destroys your ability to learn. Science tells us that the carrot and stick method works fine for simple, mindless tasks. If you have to stack boxes all day, a bonus check motivates you. But learning a language? That is creative. That's complex. That's emotional. There was a famous study done by scientists involving puzzles. When they offered people money to solve a puzzle quickly, something strange happened. The people actually got slower. They stopped enjoying the game. Their creativity shut down because they were so focused on the external reward. We call this extrinsic motivation. Think of extrinsic motivation like a cheap battery. It works for a little while, but it drains very fast. Once the reward is gone, or once the fear of the exam is over, the battery dies. You stop studying. You quit. The better way? Intrinsic motivation. If extrinsic motivation is a battery, then the second type, intrinsic motivation, is the sun. It is renewable, powerful, and comes from inside you. Intrinsic means you do something because you enjoy the activity itself, not because of what you get at the end. When you learn English because you love how it feels to understand a movie, or because you feel free when you express yourself, that is intrinsic. You don't need a teacher yelling at you. You move because you want to. So how do we build this solar-powered energy? Daniel Pink breaks it down into 3 specific elements: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. If you understand these 3 things, you will solve the puzzle of motivation. Element 1. Autonomy. Let's look at the first pillar, autonomy. In simple English, this means freedom. Human beings hate being controlled. Think about a time in school when a teacher forced you to memorize a list of boring words. How did you feel? You felt heavy. You felt stressed. You probably forgot those words the next day. Now compare that to a different scenario. Imagine you decide, I want to listen to a podcast about football in English, or I want to read a mystery story. No one told you to do it. You chose it. That simple act of choosing changes your brain chemistry. When you have autonomy, you are not a robot following orders. You are the captain of your ship. If you are currently feeling unmotivated, ask yourself, am I studying what I have to study or what I choose to study? Stop forcing yourself to read textbooks if you hate them. Choose a YouTube video. Choose a song. Inject freedom into your routine and watch your energy return.
The second pillar is mastery. Mastery is the satisfying feeling of getting better at something. But here's the trick. Mastery only happens in the Goldilocks zone. If you try to read a scientific paper in English right now, you will understand nothing. You will feel stupid and you will quit. That is too hard. Conversely, if you read a baby's book that says, "The cat sat on the mat," you will be bored to tears. That is too easy. You need to find the middle ground. You need material that is just difficult enough to challenge you, but easy enough that you could make progress. When you understand 70% or 80% of a podcast, you feel a spark of joy. You think, hey, I'm doing this, I'm improving. That feeling is addictive in the best way possible. That is mastery. It's not about being perfect, it's about the sensation of moving forward. If you feel stuck, your material is likely too hard or too easy. Adjust the difficulty and you will find your flow again. The final and perhaps most important element is purpose. This is your why. But it has to be a deep why. If your purpose is, "I want to pass the IELTS exam," that is a small, weak purpose. Once the exam is over, your English journey ends. However, if your purpose is, "I want to connect with people from different cultures," or "I want to access the world's knowledge," or "I want to become a better version of myself," that is a massive purpose. This connects to the surprising truth about what motivates us. We're not coin-operated machines. We're meaningful souls. We need to feel that our effort matters. So let's bring this back to your desk. If you are sitting there feeling paralyzed, don't beat yourself up. Don't call yourself lazy. Just check your engine. Are you running on the old battery of fear and rewards? Or are you building a solar-powered engine? Give yourself the autonomy to choose what you enjoy. Seek mastery by finding challenges that are just right for you, and connect with a purpose that is bigger than a test score. When you align these three things, studying doesn't feel like climbing a mountain with a heavy backpack. It feels like walking downhill. It feels natural. You stop surviving your studies, and you start living them. I hope this breakdown of drive helps you reignite your passion for learning. If you found value in this deep dive, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe to English Glow for more insights that light up your language learning journey. I'll see you in the next video.